meaning making, the power of your mind. Hi there, I'm Julie Turner, julieturner.ca, and before I get into the content of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, share, and really, even more important than that, please, after the video, go check out julieturner.ca. All right, let's get into the content now. Meaning making. What the heck does that even mean? Well, you get to make the meaning of it, just like you do with everything else. All right, I want to talk to you guys about how powerful your mind is. We make meaning out of every little situation, sentence, everything in our world. I know I've talked to you about this many times, about how most of our lives actually happens within our own heads. I know, it's crazy, but most of our lives, especially these days, really truly happens within our own heads. And what does that mean? That means that information comes in, and this can be an action, it can be a sentence, and we'll get to analogies in a moment. Information comes in, and you instantly judge it because your subconscious mind that you probably never pay any attention to has a bunch of things stored that may or may not be triggered by that situation. So then you bring that memory up and you're like, oh, last time I saw something like that, heard something like that, it meant this. So therefore, this situation means that. All right. Case in point. You are driving and this person cuts you off in traffic. And that often will make us very angry. Some people, anyways. And they think that person is a jerk. They saw me, they intentionally cut me off because they're trying to show me that they're more important than me. This is all the information that in a split second comes to your head. And it might not be you that does this. Sometimes you have a different story. Sometimes you're like, oh my goodness, I just almost got into a car accident. I almost risked my life and things are so scary. Can you see the different analogies that your mind comes up with in a split second? Or you can realize, I just got cut off. Interesting. And then stay present and aware at the next thing that comes up. See, that is the goal. That is the goal for us in general, in life, is to not stay in our triggers. It's complete human nature to be triggered, but we don't want to stay in them. We want to be able, that's what it means to be mindful and to be present, that we don't continue to think about being cut off the next day at dinner. And some of us actually hold on to these things for that long. When you are holding on to something, it is you holding on to it. The other person that was involved, if there even is another person, doesn't have a clue, doesn't care, irrelevant to them. So who are we harming by holding on to these things that we see, that we experience? That's right, folks. It's you. It's you that carries that energy. It's you that shuts your energy off. I did a video called Energy Vampires. And that's another time that we make meaning of things. You're out and about and you meet up with a friend and you're like, oh, this friend always tells me all of their problems. They're always complaining about everything. And as I'm saying that, you're recognizing that friend and you're going, ugh, and you're actually rounding your shoulders and you're actually shutting off your own energy. That's what you're doing, by the way. They aren't stealing your energy. You're shutting it off. So, little exercise for you right now. Now that you're like, ugh, I remember that person. I'm thinking about that person. Your energy shut off. Literally round your shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel that cool, calm air and realize you're the one who just shut your energy off and you're the one who gets to turn it back on. All right, meaning making. Another situation. And this one is kind of a broader situation, and it might be something that I need to do a part 2 on. So we all have a norm in our lives, a normal in our lives, not norm from Cheers, a normal in our lives. And it is the way that we have experienced life up until now. So, for example, if you are used to, like historically, you've had people around you that are a little like heightened and they yell and they scream. So when you're out and about and somebody's yelling and screaming, you're like, normal. But if you're another person that has never really had that, they've had a very calm life in most ways, and most of us don't really get to experience a complete calmness in our lives, but you get where I'm going. There's the really heightened family, highly emotional, worked up about everything, whether it's good or bad, and then you got the family that like they don't really experience their emotions on the outside at all. At least you don't perceive they do. We all experience our emotions. So then that person is out and about, and somebody at the next table is loud and laughing, and they're, having a great time, or they're mad and they're yelling. Well, the person that's used to calm, their norm is like, oh my goodness, there's something wrong with that person. Oh my goodness, we need to get away from that person. So the meaning that you're making is that there's something wrong with that other person. See how that is not necessarily a true story? And again, the goal is that you experience that and go, wow, that's a loud person. And then you continue on in your life, in your world. You don't get stuck in whether you need to tell the waitress, can you please get them to calm down? Can you please tell them this? Can you please move me to another table? Stop getting caught up in other people's stuff. Interesting, because like that isn't an experience I've had lately, or maybe even at all. I'm not sure why that came up. Interesting. I think somebody out there was struggling with that. That's why that came up. Anyway, meaning making is exactly that. A situation happens and you tell a story. This wonderful storyteller up here tells you a story that you make true, and you can literally go from somebody saying one sentence to an hour from then having an entire story about who that person is and what it means, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Hopefully that supports you a little bit. Please don't buy into your meaning maker. Please don't buy into the storyteller in your head. Just allow yourself to experience situations and then go, interesting. Now, if you're stuck in a situation and you're truly stuck in a situation, you might have to speak up for yourself, but that's another video. All right, julieturner.ca. Please go check out my site. Just really proud of it. Again, thank you, Darcy from Outside the Box. You did a great job. And I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Always remember, on Facebook, I do a live on Wednesdays. Right now, it's live at 5 PST on Wednesdays. It may or may not stay that way, but you can go and check it out anyways. Thank you so much for your time. You guys have an amazing day. I know I will. Bye for now.